stronger in the gym, and that may be getting more lean mass. You know, those things should be secondary from focusing on the behaviour initially, to get the processes right. And if you focus on that, that can also reduce the attentive focus on body composition as well. So that's my role as a practitioner. I don't really care about how the athlete looks, or conducting regular body compositions. My priority is focusing on are they having a well-balanced meal, and what's their relationship with like with food. That's my priority, to reduce that risk.
Question for Debbie, like, what sort of performance issues or problems would a professional athlete have if they didn't have a good dietary intake?
Yeah, good. So there's, firstly, like, I always like to focus on someone's general health and well-being. So, you know, if the athletes still need to follow, you might have heard of the Eat Well guide, they still need to follow all the guidance for health. So are they having their 5 fruit and vegetables per day so that they get the right amount of vitamins and minerals to try and avoid getting all your coughs and colds and flu and all these kind of bugs that are going around at the moment. Because if they're getting those kind of illnesses that we get from just lack of basic nutrition, then they're going to miss days from training, which then is going to ultimately impact their performance. Then you can get issues around, for example, carbohydrates, which you might hear a lot of people have this carb phobia. We think that carbohydrates make us fat, but if an athlete is not eating enough carbohydrates before their training, that's their main fuel. We break down carbohydrates quickly, and they're readily available for performance. So, you know, if they start restricting carbohydrates because they're bothered about being fat or what their body composition might look like, then actually they could be underfueling their performance, and they might not be able to run as great a distance or run as fast as they normally could. And then we have things like proteins for recovery. When we recover from nutrition, it's also important we have carbohydrates as well, so to restore all the muscle glycogen that we've lost. So it's really important that they recover with carbohydrates and proteins to make sure that they're then ready and have recovered properly for the next session that they undertake, especially in rugby and collision sports, where they've just been absolutely battered for 90 minutes or however long they played for. So there's lots of key strategies for health and performance that could impact a player's performance on the field and in training, and just kind of their general well-being.
Probably have time for about 2 more. Is that all right? 2 more questions? Mm-hmm. Yeah? So if you got any specific ones of an idea, now would be the time to raise your hand. Go ahead, Aaron.
A question today would be, how do you feel about athletes taking supplements in order to get vitamins in their diet?
I'll go first if you don't mind, Debs. My attitude is, as long as you're getting the basics right, so as long as they are still eating 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day, and if they want to take supplements to top up their micronutrient intake, you know, for safety, especially in maybe endurance sports where, you know, they put their body through quite a lot of pain and suppressing the immune system because of that, because of the level of strenuous training that they do. So as long as they're getting the basics right, I'm happy for them to take a multivit, for example, to supplement their diet. What I'm not comfortable with is if athletes take supplements, I think it as a replacement of eating whole foods. And just think, I don't have to worry about the 5 fruit and vegetable a day because I'm having a multivit. Well, no, a supplement is meant to supplement the diet, not replace the diet. So, and also we get more from foods that we just don't get from supplements. So through whole foods, yes, we get the micronutrients, which can be man-made and put into a tablet, but in whole foods we get what we call phytonutrients, phytochemicals that you just can't make through supplements. So food is always best and should be food first, and then supplements to supplement the diet. But then follow up from that, because of the risk around contamination with supplements. So isn't regulated like the pharmaceutical industry, so like medicines, and therefore there's a risk that supplements can contain a banned substance and it not be declared on the label. And obviously with athletes, they get tested regularly as part of what the World Anti-Doping Agency and the code as part of that. So they have to be tested regularly, and as a result of that, athletes, if they choose to use supplements, they have to make sure that it's been batch tested. The actual supplement itself has gone to a laboratory and they tested to see if it contains any of those banned substances that is on the prohibited list. So athletes taking supplements or choosing to take supplements just have to take a few extra additional steps to make sure that they are taking supplements that are safer and have a reduced risk of containing a bad substance. So a lot of our work as practitioners is to do a lot of education and support around that. So athletes are aware of supplements that are available that are safer, shall we say, and that they are regularly logging their supplements. There's a lot of work the athletes need to do behind the scenes, because if they get called for testing, they'll have to fill out some forms and they'll be asked, what medication you're taking, what supplements you're taking. So they have to have quite an extensive record to show that they are